Merry Christmas! Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how I do a glueless closure sewing. To achieve the glueless method, I use an elastic band or an elastic headband that I found at my local beauty supply store, and I did sew both sides to the closure. For the sake of time, to make it look as realistic as possible, I did bleach the knots off camera. So to start out, you want to put a net on top of the hair and then cut out the part where the lace closure will be. After you cut out the area where the closure will lay, you're going to place the closure where you want it to go. You want it a little bit above the hairline so you won't have your natural edges coming out because you want it to be protective. That's the point of this protective style. So I'm just showing you that it's transparent after I've bleached the lace. It looks very, very natural, and just assuring that everything is where I want it before I start sewing it down. Now I'm about to start sewing. If you notice, I have my left hand on top of the closure, making sure that at no time while I'm sewing it down, the closure is able to shift. So I'm putting it through the closure, through the braid, wrapping it, and pull. And I'm going to do this around the whole entire closure until the closure is completely down. I'm going to start on one side, which is currently the right side. I'll do the left side and then do the back. In my personal experience, using the elastic band will give you a little more time, maybe a week before the closure starts to lift or start shifting back, because we all know most of the time after about 2 weeks, you can start seeing your real hairline, and that's not what we want. When you're sewing your closure down, be sure to take your time because you don't want any lumps in it. And you don't want to shift it behind the hairline because you're pulling the thread too hard. So just take your time and it should come out just fine if you go by these steps. Put it through the closure, put it through the braid or the net. That's it. I've already done the left side off camera. It was the same procedure. Put it through the closure, put it through the braid, loop, and pull. Now that I've done both sides, I'm going to secure the back. That is the last part that you want to do because the back is easier because you've already had everything else sewn down. Now, this is an extra step that I like to do. I like to secure the band, because by securing the band, sometimes I can get a little heavy-handed whenever I sew, and it may cause the band to move, which will also adjust the closure. Because if you notice, we didn't start at the front of the band, we started at the back of the band. So by me sewing too hard or pulling the hair too rough, it's going to cause it to shift, and that's not what we want. So I always sew down the band for the extra security. Now I'm going to cut the lace off. I start by cutting it down the middle. Then I take the eyebrow razor and cut off both sides. And I don't want to do a straight line because it makes it look less realistic. So after I cut this piece off, you'll see how it blends seamlessly right into the skin, and there has not been any glue involved. I'm going to do the same to the other side as well. Now I'm just defining my part a little, making sure that there's no lumps in the closure before I start to sew the hair down. I also go ahead and apply a little bit of mousse just to make sure that everything is laying seamlessly and flat. I'm just showing you how I like to sew in my hair. I always start from the front right corner. To me, it just makes the style look full, and it also shapes the face better. It doesn't matter if I'm doing a middle part. It doesn't matter if I'm doing a side part. I always start from the front right because I want to make sure that I'm making the bundles or making the hair look as full as possible. When I get to the other side, I like to do the fold over method, and I make sure I sew it down really good because you don't want it to be bulky. And I do the same technique going back, put it through the braid, wrap it, pull it. That's all you do. You're gonna go from side to side all the way until you get to the top, doing the same method. And if you notice, I'm sewing right over the elastic band. It's not causing any unnecessary tension. It's actually very comfortable for her. It's simply acting as another braid, so I'm just sewing right over the elastic band as if it wasn't even there. The closer you get to the top, you want to start angling your tracks upward. As you see, my top track is a little closer to the lace closure than the other hair because I want to make sure that it is still full at the front, and I also want it to be seamless and not to have any bumps or lumps because that's not cute. I'm going to do the same side to side method all the way until I get to the top. After that, I'm going to style by putting my mousse, running my fingers through it, and using my hot comb, making sure that it is super flat at the top because that definitely makes the style and defines the part. And that's pretty much it. I mean, if you need a more detailed video of how I do the closure, feel free to comment. I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and look forward to future uploads. Thank you.